So that journey kind of started from being in survival mode. It started, and I think as I was preparing to come to this episode today, it hit me that I've been in waves of survival mode in my life. And what I can first remember of survival mode was my teenage years. What I realize now is that I was depressed and I had anxiety and would have panic attacks as a kid, and I didn't have anybody to talk to about it. When I always say for individuals who have grown up without a parent or, whatever circumstances that separated them from their biological family, God needed what they had in them to come together to create you. But I would just go home and cry and not know why and not know what was going on with me. And I'd have these moments of anxiety rising and didn't know why. And I got to a point where I decided I just didn't want to be here anymore. We may not consciously know that we've experienced trauma, but our bodies know that something is off and something's not right. My children actually found him, but didn't realize that he had passed. They just thought he was sleeping. And so when I came home and my daughter was like, Papa was on the bed sleeping naked, and my heart just dropped because he would never know when the kids were coming home, not be put together. Processing that, I dealt with the anger with God. Life doesn't work the way that we want it to. Jesus, therapy and meds, the right meds, were my lifesaver, my lifeline. Sometimes things just happen because life sucks and people are idiots. Sometimes, and we were just happen to run into them. It is hard. It is hard. And the thing that I also realize is that survival mode is okay for a moment, but it's not meant to be your permanent state.
It's so odd how that happens. It's never ever the positive aspects when we
Right.
are struggling with self-worth and self-love, and as a result of the absence that we felt. Survival mode often
Mm-hmm.
has us excelling in one area of our lives
Yes.
and completely failing in everything else.
It's like when you get in your car and you're driving somewhere and it's like you're there and you don't remember how you got there. You don't remember making any turns. You don't remember passing any lights. You don't remember any other cars on the road. You're just at this new place. So you just stay there and just accept it as your fate. But coming out of survival mode is okay, looking at the broken pieces of things that are around you, the little random pieces of tree that have fallen and the little vines and things, and you start to build your bridge so that you can get to where those people are.
And we take radical ownership of our lives. We then make decisions to actively improve our lives.
It gives us an easy out, but it does us a disservice because we are not fully showing up as who we were created to be.
Everything that I went through was preparing me for who I need to be. I
Yeah.
remember someone saying to me, your struggles today become the master class for somebody else tomorrow. And that's very powerful. I
Mm-hmm.
believe that all of us have a purpose in which we change the world.
I always say nothing is wasted in God's hands. When
Mhm.
you allow yourself to understand that nothing you went through was your fault, when you release the shame of it, when you release the guilt of what you've been through, then you take ownership of it. Like you said, you take ownership of your journey and you're able to share your story from a place of freedom. And that freedom, when people see you able to talk about what you've been through and you're not breaking down and you're able to smile after it, because the mask that we wear, it in theory is protection, but really it's not. And so once we remove the mask, we then have to deal with the things that we were trying to hide. I
Mhm.
think some people forget that just because you take the mask off doesn't mean everything is magically fixed. Now you got to deal with everything that's underneath it.
Now it's time
Just
for the work. You damn sure were not built to just survive. Disrupt the cycle, reclaim your life, and thrive on your own terms. And I will see you next week.